Hello again, YouTube. We're, as you can see, we're out in the middle of nowhere in the northern part of California, working on a KBR 925 today. Customer states a few different things. Heater is either fully hot or fully cold, and apparently one of the wheels is overheating. Figured out exactly what's going on here yet. Just pulled up the machine, getting it warmed up, fueled up, and we'll go from there. Stay tuned, this should be a good video. That all's a little loud. You can see this one wheel here. It's kind of blue. This is the only one that did it. You go to the rest of the wheels, you see they don't have that blue color. It's plain steel. So, you know, see if we can get to the bottom of it. I think we got to figure out how to get this heater system to only heat a little instead of a lot. This is one of the things that most people do, is only turn the valve on about halfway, because full flow, it does get hot in the cab. Look at that. I wonder if that's the system. Nope. It's just been adjusted. Notice this was loose, and if you watch any of my previous videos, you'll know that I actually put this machine in service about 6 or 7 months ago. So it's been there loose for probably a few months now. Anyway, let me tighten it. I get that this is overkill, but it's the tools that we have. So we're just gonna gently tighten that a little bit without snapping it off. The rest of them, they all seem to be good tight. The other side, it's all probably pretty good. Yeah. Check. Tight. Very good tight. Okay, so the first thing we'll test out is I've got him up there turning the knob back and forth. As you can see, there's a little valve right here. This cable, right here, attached to the knob in the cab, and that should move this back and forth. It's not doing anything, so we're going to have to go up in the cab and see what's got it hung up in there. As you can see, I can come down here. Oh, guys. There, I can come down here and move with my hand. So, something up in the cab does not allow it to move. Let's go look. Okay, so we're up in the cab. This is the temperature knob I was talking about. There's a cable attached to the other end of this. So as we move this, nothing is happening on the outside. So I'm going to pull this vent off and we'll see what's going on here. Okay, so we pull this off. Now you can see as I twist this, let's see if we can get this where we can see a little bit. The cable is bent, so the cable's not sliding through here, so the customer needs a new cable. So we'll have to talk to the company that makes these, which is Visionaire, and get a new cable attached to this machine. That's going to be fun because it goes all the way through and down. Okay. Actually, I don't think it'll be that bad. We'll make it work. So we're on our way out onto the main here in the town of Hannchen, California. We're just going to run it back and forth a little bit because we have a short window for the next 30 minutes. Just going to see what we got, see if it'll get hot. Stop and check the temperature and see what it's at. Alright, so we made our first stop. running about 70 degrees, which is not very hot at all. The flat making contact with the rail is not getting very hot. Let's go check the front wheel, see if it's about the same. I want to check about here. It's about the same, 70, 72. Up here, 40, 45, yeah, about the same. Okay, so not getting any difference so far. I'll check the rest of the wheels real quick. Well, we're back at the hole. So 20 miles in each direction, high speed. We're still not even that hot. Even the wheel bearings are not getting that hot. They're only at 90 degrees, 88. Not hot at all. So I can still touch this. None of that's hot. Let's check the brakes. Even the brakes aren't getting hot. Check this brake. Still nothing. I'll walk up here and check the front one just for a comparison. So it's a hair warmer. But it's really not that bad. Let's check this one. This is on the same axle. Even the brakes are not getting warm. It's no telling what happened that day. It could be anything. Could have been something hung in one of the brakes and then fell out as they pulled into the siding. It could have been any number of things. We'll keep watching it for at least the next day or two to see if anything shows up. If it does, I'll start the video up there. If not, I don't know. We'll go from there. Good day. Waiting on the customer to arrive. But while I'm waiting, had an idea. Talked to a few different people yesterday and we came to a consensus that it's possible that maybe that one axle is not tightened down all the way and maybe it's shifted. One of the things I'd like to check is the flange and the wear pattern. So if we look at this one, you'll notice that this flange doesn't have like a hard groove worn into it. So let's check the rear axle. See what we find there. On this one, it looks about the same as the front. But there is this, which kind of shows a little more wear of the flange being pushed down into the flat. So I don't think we saw on the front. It's there, but it's definitely not as pronounced. So let's check the other side. See, this side looks the same as the other side. There's a little bit. Now let's go check the rear. That's blue. Let's see what it looks like there. See, this is a, let's see if I can get a better look. There's a little more of an angle worn on here. So this flange is more worn than the rest of them. And this definitely has more of a pronounced lip right here. So I can't see it from here. I'll have to get underneath the machine. Give me a minute. So crawl into the machine. So this is the good side. so you know what we're looking at. Still fresh paint. Okay. No slide marks. Oh, a little bit of rust, but that's normal. Okay. All the leaf springs. Okay. Now we come to this side. Now, let's see. It's kind of hard to show. Looks like somebody has already noticed it and tightened them down. Okay, if you follow up across the leaf springs, you can see where there has been some movement. So yeah, at some point, this axle was probably shifted, and then somebody shifted it back and tightened it down. So we'll have to get a nice big impact and see. Let's see if we can see some shift marks on top of the U-bolts. Can't see because of the snow. It's possible. It's not all the way tight though, for sure. So that'll need to be torqued down to proper spec. There's got to be his problem right there. It must have shifted when he hit a switch going in reverse or forward, and then going the other direction, wore the lip down a little bit, got hot, and then shifted back when he hit something else, or shifted back when he lifted it onto a turntable or something. So yeah, it's a good find. I'm glad I talked to some of my coworkers and they were able to help me look for this. So you can see, yeah, this lip definitely got hot. All right, so we'll get that torqued down and then we'll ride with them tomorrow and see how things go. I think today the cable should come in and I'll fix the air conditioner or heater. Okay, following day. I've got tools, I've got parts, got everything I need. So the first thing we need to do is check a couple little things. One, distance from axle to end of machine. This one looks straight, not bent. Sometimes when they derail them a little bit, they'll land like they're supposed to, but it bends the edge of the frame there. So let's measure. Let's see what we get. So if I go from there to center line, we're at 46 and quarter. Yeah, 46 and a quarter. Let's go check the other side. Sure hope this thing hasn't shifted again. So it'll be a bit of a pain in the butt to get it straight. So again, we start from the same point. $46. Oh, get back on there. Stay on there. 46 and 3/16. We're within the 16th of an inch. And that is good enough. That is within specifications. Might as well check the front while we're at it, because we're going to torque them all just to be safe. Oops. This side is 26 and 13/16. Let's go to the other side. maybe 6 3/4. So, oh, sorry, I was aiming the wrong way. So, again, within a 1/16. So we're good. Now I just have to crawl under and torque down the U-bolts. Let's go get the tools out of the car. Okay, so going around some of the other ones, they all seem to be tight. This one, I've made one pull, but it is kind of loose. So let's see if I can get a good spot. You can watch. Prop the phone up with something. Yeah, that's loose. That's 1/4 turn, and that's not tight yet. Ooh, this one's way looser. That's 1/4 turn, and also not tight yet. That's 1/4 turn. That's basically a 1/4 turn. That one seems tight. Let's go back across. Eighth turn. It's getting pretty close. Eighth turn. That one's tight. Eighth turn on that one. So I know barely maybe a 1/2 turn difference on each of those, but that's enough to let it slide. So they're torqued. This should be good to go now. Yeah, I know I'm weak. I can barely pull on that. Okay, so now we're up here in the cab. Got to remove this cable, which is bent, which runs down here, and I'll have to pull this front cover off. Once front cover's off, you can see the rest of the cable. It's inside here. This is not the cable. That's an air hose. So let me get that pulled off so we can run this cable. Okay, I've pulled all the bolts out. Had to pull the parking brake release out to get it out of the way. Slide this back. Watch out for these cables here. Set it off to the side. Cable runs, where's it at? I can see it right. It's kind of hard to see it, but it's right. The right angle. There. This spot, it'll focus right, nope, there. So it's got to run behind all this. Starts here, runs behind all this. I can get that, no problem. Okay, let's get that going. So we come out on the outside, I'm just get the inside apart. I remove these 2 Torx bit screws to get to that clamp down, and then it'll come back up through the top. So I just gotta take that clamp loose and then move on. Okay, we got her all buttoned back up, everything back in place. As you can see now, turn it to hot, it goes straight. Let's tighten that down a little more. Just pop that off, tighten that nut down, and grab a ratchet to do that. Anyway, that'll be tight before I'm done. So there you have it. That's how you fix AC cable in this Visionaire. Let's see where, yeah, Visionaire system. So now we come back around here. Take our lock off. and return it to the customer. Not the log, the machine. There. Power's on, they can do whatever they want. Everything should be fixed up and good to go. Now I'll see if they're gonna get a window today to go out and do some work. Well, we couldn't get a window, so they're gonna travel it. So that's all I can do. I was hoping to get a little bit of actual operation in on this one, but oh well. Everything's tight, everything's right, everything's torqued like it's supposed to be now, and everything has the right setup, and the customer seems happy with the repairs, so at least we have that. So today all they did was some oil changes, and all right, we're gonna move it down the siding to another siding so that a mechanic can work on that guy. Jackson 6700 tamper. And then I'm gonna head home. We'll see what we get to do next week. As always, have a safe day.